Hello and welcome to ChinnyVision. This time it's racing Japanese style. F1 Spirit is a 1987 game published by Konami, initially on the MSX. There's later versions and ports of different systems, but today we're just concentrating on that original 1987 release. So it's one of the early Konami games, so you don't get the multicolour Konami logo when you put the cartridge in. But you do get this introduction sequence of the game, and you'll already be noticing there's a few more sound channels than normal because this game contains an extra sound chip in the cartridge for enhanced sound. So you get a menu screen there to begin the game. Lots of different options, including putting codes to carry on where you left off, basically, because this is a big game. There's one player mode and two player mode. We're going to start off in one player mode and start off in a most basic race, which is a stock car race. And you can choose different cars. We're going to choose the standard default car, although you can have different things like manual gears, but for the purposes of this, we're having automatic gears and the basic setup. So off we go, and you can notice there is a little bit of flickering when your sprite is on the same level as some of the other cars because of the way the MSX multiplexes the sprites between lines. I think if you get three cars on the same part of the screen, you do get that flickering, but it moves at a terrific whack, and yeah, the scrolling is a little bit jerky going left to right, but the sprites themselves are silky smooth. We've got to complete 4 laps of this race, and as you can see, there's information on the right hand side about fuel, your tyres, your brakes, your engine, and your car can sustain damage, and each track has a pit stop where you can stop and get the car repaired, and there's a map that shows you where you are on the track. We're currently 42nd, we're now 40th, having overtaken those two cars. Only 4 gears on this car. There's a pit down to the left there, but we're not going to stop at that at the moment. So we don't need to. We will need to refuel with 3 more laps to go. Aim of the game is obviously finish as high as possible. But there's also always one AI car that you appear to be fighting against, and I'll highlight him if he appears. He'll always be a little bit more aggressive than the other cars, although these cars don't give it up easily. They do swerve around, they do try and ram you off the track if they can. So we're getting low on fuel now, or 3 bars left. So I'll probably have to stop for fuel the next lap. So there we go, I'm going to stop for fuel because we've got 2 bars left now. You get this beautiful animation with the pit grid, all this enlargement and the cars whizzing past you. Really, really polished. A little bit of a pause as it switched back to normal view mode. It's nothing problematic. So up to 26th. Forwarded it on. So I'm in 2nd now, and can I get up to 1st on this final bit of the lap? It's battling your way through there. One more car. Not him, they're back markers I'm overtaking. Come on, which one? Oh, I was lucky they're not to hit the barrier. My brakes are malfunctioning, as the light says, so I'm not going to stop too well. Luckily in the slower class, you don't need to do too much braking. Right to first, there's the AI car. You can see he's always very fast and aggressive. Just going to hold him off before we get past that. Oh! Did I get that? No, I came second! Oh no. So we get 8 points for that, so that's not too bad. And it is, you do races that unlock more races. You eventually end up racing in Formula 1, hence the name The Road to Formula 1. But that is the easiest and slowest race the game has. So I can try a Formula 3000 race. So not quite Formula 1, but they should be significantly faster. And again, I'll go for the default car. There was a successor to the game, F1 Spirit 3D Special for the MSX2, which isn't top-down. It looks like Continental Circus, really. I know they say it's 3D, but it looks like a standard Continental Circus type game. There's also a port to the Game Boy. And there you go, you can see an AI car there because he's again a little bit faster. And this is what the rally stage looks like. Everything's pink. But it plays quite well. You can roll your car as you see there. So to watch the rocks in the rally stage by the side of the road. You hit them and that's it. One thing you do need for this game, especially for the later levels, is a 2-button MSX joystick. Otherwise you will find yourself having to use one hand on the keyboard for that second fire button, pressing M to brake, which can be really irritating. That's how I'm having to play it. So you really do need an MSX compatible 2-button joystick. So now we're going to try a Formula 1 race, and you have to complete those initial 3 stages of stock car, rally car and Formula 3000 before you can do Formula 1. And we're going to race on Brazil. So again, this is a default car. And off we go, and it's even faster and twitchier than the other levels, but not uncontrollable once you get the hang of it. But you really need to be on the ball with your braking once you're into the Formula 1 levels. And I'm having to use the joystick in one hand. Oh, I've spun. Joystick in one hand, and my left hand is on the M button because I don't have an MSX. But I do have an MSX compatible joystick, I just don't have it to hand. Didn't really want to spend all night trying to dig that out. Very twitchy, and you do need to get used to it, but you can master it. The more you play it, the better you get at it. He says as he hurtles off the track several times. You can see you're really flying around the circuit now, whereas in that stock car stage it's quite slow. You really do fly around. Cars explode if they touch you, just like in real life. No, that went incredibly badly there. Not easy. Try to use a zip stick with one hand and press the M key with the other. Oh, that went horribly wrong. That's not pit stop to remember. Will it put you back in the pits or put me back on the road? Let's put him back on the road. So here we are in the Paul Ricard circuit in France. A brilliant track to race on Formula 1 Grand Prix on the Amiga and ST. Especially because you get that massive straight and that really sharp corner at the end of it where everyone just piles into each other. The map is so vital for telling you what's coming up ahead in terms of the corners, so you can plan, because if you just look at the little screen where you're playing, you haven't got much warning, really. I'll try and pit this time, pit properly. You've got to brake and stop completely. You can leave the pits before they finish repairing your car and refueling. The longer you're in, the more benefit you get, though. So I'm fully fueled and repaired, and off we go. I'm now down to 57th. The game is all action. There's always another car around to hassle you or get in the way or to race. Really is a proper arcade racer on a home computer, and what they've done is they've made sure they've extended the game enough to make it worthwhile to buy as opposed to being a coin pusher game. And this is the endurance level, so a kind of Le Mans style race. Is that a Le Mans circuit? I didn't check. Someone will be able to look at that and know if it is or not. And then completely different handling for the endurance cars as well, but you do get the speed. These big wide cars. So polished, and as I say, a different tune for every level, different graphics. There's so many circuits in this game. You've got all the Formula 1 circuits, you've got the stock car, the rally stage, the endurance stage. And when I first switched on the game, you'd have seen there's a two-player option. And in fact, there's two-player options in the game. The first of them is a simple two-player mode with two screens, as you see here, and you just race in a normal race. But you've got this split screen thing, and there's no slowdown at all. You do get a bit of flickering, because it's going to have so many sprites on the screen as you see there, because you've got not just you've got two views, so the sprites have doubled. If you think I'm doing badly here, it's because I'm trying to control two joysticks at once. But also, there's a head-to-head mode. I'm just going to show you how you can set up one of the cars as well on the head-to-head mode. So you select what your bodywork is, your engine, the suspension options, all sorts of different things, your engine and your gearbox, everything to customise your car to make it as fast as possible. And with the head-to-head mode, there's only two cars on the track, you and the other player. And you can have different colour cars depending on how you set them up. It's really, really nice. So much scope for gameplay. I mean, you'd think the standard two-player mode would be enough. But they've actually given you this head-to-head thing, just as a bonus thing, really. If you think the game looks a little bit familiar, apparently the game engine is partly based on the Konami game Road Fighter. As I mentioned, the game has this extra sound chip in the cartridge. It gives you 5 extra voices on top of the 3 voices provided by the AY. So that's 8 channels you've got, which is very impressive for an 8-bit computer. The game just has so many options. There are different difficulty options. You can set the number of laps. You can custom produce your cars or take them off the shelf. And also the ability to save passwords to enable you to get back to the same stage of game as you were before. It's not actual saves. It's not a save state thing, merely a password system that will get you back to where you were when you last played, providing you, of course, picked up that password to begin with. The game has so many options for all these different races. You can, of course, custom produce your cars and set the difficulty level as well as the 2-player option. F1 Spirit, the Road to Formula 1, is a brilliant arcade racer for your MSX. There's nothing else on the 8-bits like this. The closest thing I can think of is Micro Machines on the 16-bits, but even that doesn't give you the variety of gameplay options that F1 Spirit does. Yes, you've got games like Supercars and Supercars 2, but they don't even touch the depth this game has. And when you say depth in games, people think, well, that means it's going to be boring. It's not. What depth gives this game is a very long amount of time you can play it, because there's so many options, so many races, so many different ways to tackle each race, or different ways to play the game. It's completely original and so much gameplay packed into this one MSX cartridge. And no matter what system you own, you really need to check out F1 Spirit: The Road to Formula 1 on the MSX, because firstly, it shows what the humble MSX1 can do in the right hands, and two, it gives everyone a lesson in how to produce a really, really good arcade-style racer on an 8-bit micro.